This is how you compose a tweet. We're now back at our Twitter dashboard, and on the right side, you can see the small quill, and when you select it, you now have the option to compose your first Twitter message. Here's me saying, I'm composing a tweet. How cool. Now, as you can see on the bottom of the tweet, there's the number 101. What that means is I only have 101 characters left before I hit my 140 character limit. And that's what Twitter is all about. Short, quick status updates. Someone once said if I had more time, I could have written a shorter letter. And I find that if I had more time, I'd probably be able to craft a shorter tweet. And you're not just limited to text. As you can see on the bottom left, you can add a photo, or add a location, or as we saw earlier, add a link to content. And you can also tweet directly to other Twitter users. By using the @ symbol, which is the same one that you'll use in your email address, followed by the beginning of one of your Twitter followers' names, you can tweet directly to them. So as you see here, I wrote @THEF, and Twitter realized that I wanted to communicate directly with the Florida bar. Once I select the Florida bar, my tweet will now mention them, meaning not only am I mentioning this tweet on my page, but the Florida bar will also be notified that I'm communicating with them as well. So the next thing we can do is share someone else's tweet. That's what we call a retweet. Let me show you how this works. This is the Twitter page of a good friend of mine and wonderful attorney, Manuel Farach. Manny Farach posts the Florida real property and business law updates directly on his Twitter feed. They're summaries of cases that come out in the area of property and business law. And Manny uses his Twitter feed to share this content with other Twitter users. So if I found this content interesting and I wanted to share it on my page, what I do is click those 2 arrows on the bottom of the tweet, and that will retweet his message on my page. And as you can see, his tweet now shows up directly on my platform with his picture. It's a way to express to him that I'm interested in his content and also sharing it with other users. And that is what makes Twitter special. Facebook, on the one hand, allows you to interact with your friends. Twitter helps you expand your network by sharing content and exposing your interests to others. So how can I communicate directly with Manny on Twitter? I can select the reply button, which is a small backwards-facing arrow. Once I do that, a new tweet will pop up, and his name will be featured directly in the tweet. And I can tell him, hey, thanks for your updates. And just like when I mentioned the Florida bar, not only will this tweet be listed on my page, but his as well. If I select his highlighted name, it will take me directly back to his Twitter page, and that's what makes Twitter special. It's so interconnected. I can also tweet to Manny by using this box on the bottom left of the screen. If I type my tweet directly into his page, it will automatically mention his name and post on his Twitter timeline. So it's so easy to connect and share with others on Twitter. But if I didn't want to do a public message and instead wanted to do something private, I would click the envelope on the top of the screen. A new window would pop up with my direct messages. I can click Send Message, select Manny's name, and type him something directly. And this is just like an email or just like a private Facebook message. Unlike the retweet or the reply or the mention using the @ signal, this is a direct message between Manny and I. And as you can see, you're still limited to 140 characters in text, so you have to be brief.